Welcome to Loopbreakers, a series where we spotlight Fortnite most creative minds and uncover the story behind the screen. Today we're jumping in with a creator who redefines the game every time he drops. I'm talking about MINECRUSHER08, and honestly you have to see what he does and the way he plays to understand what's going on. Alright, so we're gonna do a little Magic Moses, and we're gonna make our way to one of your favorite spots on the island.
Love to see it.
I'm gonna start already. First segment, why Fortnite?
That is a good question. I debated it because I play with a wizard one, and you might think why wouldn't you do Hogwarts Legacy, a game made for wizardry? And I tried it out, and it just didn't perform well. I was like, I streamed it. I had maybe like 5 people in there, and I was like, you know what? Why not try Fortnite out? And the very first stream I did with Fortnite, I had 200 people watching me play Fortnite with a wizard wand. And then I was like, well, that's where we're gonna be at. We're gonna try to beat this game with some magic, and from then on I just started playing Fortnite with it.
I'm gonna move up to something a little bit more fast-paced, something more simple. I'm gonna ask you some quick-fire questions, all right? So don't think about it too much and just roll with it. First question.
Fire away.
If your account got wiped and you could keep just one skin, which one are you saving?
Peely, hands down, easy.
You got one last match to prove your legacy. What's your go-to loadout? Anything you want.
Oh, and any loadout, then I'm gonna go old school. I'm gonna go primal season. I want a shockwave bow. All right, that bow was amazing. Then a shockwave hammer, because that was just awesome to bounce around the map with. Then I'm gonna go with a lightsaber, because I love the Jedi abilities right now. The jumping around, pushing, pulling, a sword. Honestly, here's the thing to know about me is I love the gimmicks of the game. If it's an actual weapon, I usually don't take it. I like to use all the gimmicks that they throw at us.
You have to live in one Fortnite POI from any season, any chapter, for an entire season. Where are you placing your camp?
Slippery Swamp. Man, like that's the place. I don't know who could choose anywhere else. That place was probably the best, and I had to go with that one.
You get to vault one item forever, and on vault one, what's the trade?
Alright, so you say I get a vault one and unvault one?
Yes.
Alright, if I'm gonna vault one, I'm gonna go with the assault rifle. I'm gonna make everyone mad with this one, alright? I think I would vault the assault rifle, because then it's all close range, which is what I specialize at. And if I'm gonna unvault one, I might do the Spider-Man gloves. Those gloves are awesome to swing around in.
The next battle pass is designed by you, but you can only include one crossover. Which universe are you bringing into Fortnite?
Oh, man, now listen, you said quick fire questions. These are tough ones, all right? I'm going to have to go with, I'm going to give it what the people want. I kind of want One Piece, all right? With the devil fruits, the powers. I think that's the collab I've been waiting for. Though I say my favorite collab might be My Hero Academia. The Deku Smashes were a blast.
You have just been hired to design the ultimate weapon. What is it called and what it does?
Oh, you all right? If you guys know me, all right, I play with a wizard one. Of course, the answer is gonna be a wizard one, hands down. All right. If I had a wand, right, I think there would be two main abilities with it. I can't do an insta kill because that ruins the game. But I think I would go with the Accio. Being able to pull objects to me. Imagine you eliminate somebody and then you steal the objects from them. Or option B, a nice primary fire, and I think that would just be, those combinations would be great.
You get to build your perfect squad. You get to choose one real player and 2 fictional characters from Fortnite universe. Who's dropping in with you?
Oh my gosh, George Washington. I'm just kidding, all right? Man, now you're making me think. You know what? I'm gonna have to go with, my mind's racing. All the people I could possibly choose. You know what? I think I would possibly do what's his name? I might do Nick A30. All right, not because of I wouldn't say his skills, but you know what? I respect his family friendliness. I think that's like a nice trait he has, and honestly, he's a decent player. Now, if I'm gonna do 2 fictionals, obviously I'm gonna do Meowscles. He's got all the muscles, and then I'm gonna go Ripley. All right, he's just a fun-loving guy. All right, I'm not trying whether I'm going for the win or just having a blast. That's the team that's just gonna have a great time with.
You wake up tomorrow as a Fortnite NPC. What is your location and what items are you selling?
I would be, if I was a Fortnite NPC, I think I would do probably flooded frogs. Not many people drop there, so you know what? It's gonna be a little bit more tame and the beautiful scenery. And then as an item, shockwaves. No matter what, this season could use some movement.
You do
and
love
I think shockwaves is the move. Oh, shockwaves are the best.
You can only play one mode for the next season. What is it? Builds or no builds?
I'm gonna go no builds. As much as I love to play builds, when you're playing with a wand, the amount of I have to draw a box to place a wall down, and if I had to play builds only, I think my wrist would break at the end of the day. The amount of builds I would need would be crazy.
If you had to pick one emote to represent and express your Fortnite personality, what are you gonna lock in?
There's only one thing that could best represent me, and that's hitting the gritty.
Ooh.
All right, it's a classic. All right, if you've seen a couple of my streams, if I see a player and I have a sniper, I'll try to hit the gritty in real life as I use the wand and snipe them mid gritty.
All right, mine. Before we go to the next section, I wanna take you to a really special place.
Oh, I know the place. All right, follow me.
You sure?
Trust me. All right. Have I ever steered you wrong yet? You just gotta believe in some magic.
You were my second guest, so I didn't plan much. But I wanted to ask you about then versus now.
All right, I got you. I've been thinking about this because I've been only streaming for about 6 months. At the start of this year is when I started streaming. I said, you know what, I'm gonna give it my best shot and see where it takes me. And I set myself a goal like, it'd be cool if I hit like 10,000 followers at the end of the year. Something crazy like that. Not thinking it would happen. And so the first month I streamed, I hit 1,000 followers. I was like, all right, you know what, we have momentum. That's not bad. Second month I hit another 1,000. I was like, all right, you know what, it's good. But I'm not satisfied enough yet. And so I sat down and looked at my statistics, looked at my layout, and I was like, wow, if I was watching this from my viewer standpoint, man, this guy, his layout on screen stinks. There's so much going on. I'm not even paying attention to what he's doing. And I realized that me playing with a wand isn't even a main focus right now. So then I adjusted my layout, made my camera a little bit bigger, shifted the gameplay up, made it so you could see my weapons and my items. And the very next month, I jumped up 8,000 followers, bringing me up to 10,000 followers within 3 months, which is a crazy jump. And I would say that those 2 months, realizing that I need the idea of going into your viewpoint of the viewer and being like, what are they seeing is a great thing to do. And if anyone's starting out streaming or anything like that, they should just take a minute to watch your replays and go, why are people watching this, and see what you can improve on.
All right, mine. For the next segment, I want to know who and what you do off the island. Any music that you're into, any movies that you like, TV series that you enjoy, anything that actually maybe inspires you to do what you do here.
Solid question, all right, man. You know what? When you told me you're gonna do an interview, I probably should have thought that these might be the questions. All right, if I'm gonna go with, all right, favorite music, not gonna lie, kind of like Sabrina Carpenter. All right, getting that espresso, not bad. Can't be a hater. Question number 2, your favorite TV show? I would say, I'm gonna go Phineas and Ferb right now. All right, they got the new season coming out, and I'm kind of excited about that.
That's a hot one.
That one's a good one. And then movie-wise, I'm gonna go Harry Potter. It'd be wrong of me to choose anything other than that one.
How about any hobbies? Anything out of here that you do? And again, anything that you want your community to know about you. I know they're probably already know you're very crafty. You literally made a bat for last season. That has to be the best thing ever, honestly. Like when I saw you pulling that up, I was like, you know what? There's something going on here. So anything else that you do, hobbies or things like that?
Hobby-wise, I'm always just inventing. That I would say that's the main thing I'm doing. Like we just made a lightsaber for this season. I'm looking at other games too to possibly work on a couple of new inventions. Like I'm working on a real-life crafting table for Minecraft where I can actually pull the items like as a virtual cube and place it on a real table to craft my items. I got the Flood backpack from Super Mario Sunshine, the Luigi's Mansion Ghostbuster backpack that he uses. So I got a lot of inventions I've been working on that I can't wait to show off to my community. But But outside of that, you know what? I hang out with my wife. She's absolutely amazing. She loves everything. She enjoys what I do, and she's so supportive of it. So, you know, it would be wrong of me not to give her a shout out, especially right then and there.
Smart guy.
All right, I
smart
can
guy.
already hear it. Thank you. All right.
All right, mine. I'm gonna take it. Then I will say, because you mentioned games. Any other games that you enjoy?
Oh man, gaming wise, I would say I am a big Nintendo fan. I absolutely love Nintendo. You know, that's my childhood right there. Absolutely love it. But yeah, Minecraft also will hold an OG spot. I played that. Here's a fun little story for you. I played Minecraft, you know, in 2015 with my one friend who I still play to this day with. And after playing with him for 10 years, I invited him to my wedding, and he showed up at my wedding, and my wife thought I was insane for it, because she's like, you don't know this guy. You invited this random guy on the internet to, you know, to come to our wedding. And I was like, don't worry about it, all right? It's either he's in it for the long con, or he really likes playing games with me for the last 10 years, all right? I believe he's legit. And now this guy's one of my best friends. Absolutely love it with him, and he's a good time.
We have made it to the final circle. The storm is closing in, and I want to ask you a very important question. What do you want people to feel when they watch your videos?
That's a solid question. I absolutely love that you asked that. I would say I want them to feel like, you know, they can make whatever they put their minds to. All right, I'm out here playing video games with a wizard wand. I hope that there's people watching it and they're like, you know what, it would be so cool if I did this. Why not do it? All right, if you can think it, you can dream it, do it. All right, I think, you know what, make the game the way you want to play it.
Now the storm is here. We're not gonna have time to move away. We're about to end this. You don't have a lot of time to answer this question. I want to ask you, are there any shoutouts that you want to give to your community? What do you want to say to them? The people that to this day follow you, help you make content, enjoy what you do. What's your message?
Oh man, you know what? I've thought I'm lost for words because of how great my community is. I know everyone's like, oh, their community is the best. My community is the best. My community, 10 out of 10. All right, couldn't do it without them. They make me want to make things. They make me want to do. Literally, I work on projects every single day because I can't wait to show them, and I look forward to my streams just so I can talk to them because they're absolutely the best. Shout outs wise, you know what? I do appreciate all the people who watch, the people who subbed and helped me fund my projects. Amazing. Some of these projects couldn't be made, like my bat. All my subs really helped me out getting that out there and getting that done. And I appreciate all them supporting it and watching me code it and get it done. And I would say, of course, I'll have to shout out my wife once again. You know, I'm doubling down on that one. That way, she doesn't beat me up. I'm just kidding. She's the best. All right. She's the best. She supports all these projects, and she walks in and sees me. You know, I'm dressed up as a Jedi, dressed up as a wizard. I have a full-on baseball outfit on. She'll just shake her head and, you know, go hang out and watch as I play the game with a bat. So always, she's the best.
Thank you for your time. Thank you for joining us. We're just gonna finish it up right here. It has been an amazing episode. I really appreciate you coming through to the channel. I want to say to anybody that is watching, make sure that you go follow, check out MINECRUSHER's content. It's honestly amazing. Some of the most unique gameplay you're gonna see out there. All right, Mine, anything else that you want to add, man?
The only thing I gotta add is one, thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor, but for us to really end this, I gotta end this with a spell. So go ahead, let me hold on to my rocket launcher, and we call this one Avada Kedavra.